Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for yet another episode of DS irae. So yeah, let's continue the story because Ren just collapsed from exhaustion, and let's see what will happen after he wakes up. Like, what was exactly plan of Shiro? Does he really want to stop Reinhardt, or maybe just stopping for knowledge that he's constantly like have to deal with? Because we know that he hates his foreknowledge, so maybe like bringing back Reinhardt is not his like the biggest issue, really. So it might be a possibility that we may have to fight with Shiro at some point. If like stopping foreknowledge, so stopping Mercurius and stopping Reinhardt would be like two separate things, then we might get a conflict there. But I think like stopping Mercurius is pretty much the same as stopping Reinhardt, kind of. So yeah, I mean, actually, what Mercurius want to do? Okay, anyway, let's go. I'm just talking too much. Just want to get to the story. As he shouldered and collapsed body, Shiro grinned in a somewhat awkward and embarrassed manner. That much, yeah. Yep, but you have something else in head, huh? The reasons were entirely different. Unlike Ren, Shiro chose this course of action only because he thought it would make things more exciting. Yeah, pretty much, like he wants to get rid of the foreknowledge. Even so, he wasn't lying when he said that allying with the priest was the bad idea. He had no ulterior motive there, only pure honesty. Already Trifa was certainly a difficult enemy, but he could pose an even greater threat when accepted as an ally. Yeah, being backstabbed by the allies happens a lot in this game recently. Ren would either keep a close watch on the priest or get rid of him as soon as possible, while Shiro chose to let him go. He made Trifa into a disturbance that could affect his allies and enemies alike. Just as there was a risk he could get in the way, so could he be the key to an unexpected stroke of future fortune? Yeah, makes sense. Shiro assumed the probability of the priest becoming a hindrance was about 70 to 80%. Okay, risky indeed. But high risk after mean high returns. Yeah. It was a gamble basically. A concept he found intriguing. Yeah, because you cannot like predict the outcome, so yeah, anything that like is unpredictable is like fun for Shiro basically.
だから意外と全部丸く収まるかもしんねえし、目覚ました時に切れて喧嘩売ってきたりすんなよ、お前。決着はどっちが生き残るかっつうことになってんだからさ。
Shiro muttered a self-mocking manner and looked at Kay, standing wordless at his side.
で、お前さんはどうすんの？ついてくるなら歓迎するよ。さすがにそのでかいのは置いてってもらうけどな。
Since no normal person would ever walk into the park, being kind here shouldn't pose any problems. Kay silently replied with,
いい。私は彼と一緒にいる。
そりゃ飾りじゃない頭使った上での答えかい？
ええ。迷ってるなら問うしかないし。私が問うべき相手は決まっているから。
ふん。いや、別に。じゃあ好きにしろよ。
The very person who told her to question knew exactly who Kay was going to face. Huh. She was clearly being manipulated, but Shiro chose not to tell her that. To him, she was just another part of the gamble. Just out of courtesy, however, he made her more aware of the situation. お前ら居残り組の8人は、帰還組が戻ってくるたびぶっ殺されてる。それってどうしてなんだろうな。Ah, that's actually a good point.
下手撃ったから？生意気だから？それとも連中、ただの見境ねえ殺人狂か？たまには逆転して考えるのも面白いぞ。 もしかしたらそうしてやるのが仲間の証だとでも思ってんじゃねえのかなって。だとしたら奴らの不死身ってな何なんだろうなと、まあ俺は考えるわけだよ。
With that, Shiro fixed his hold on her and left without turning around. The massacre at the club got the place seized for the police investigation, but was surely done by now. And with it, being swastika, a standard human being would instinctively avoid it. He didn't feel like returning to the apartment when he used to live with his friends, and instead went towards the bottomless pit, where he could actually relax. Okay,
さて
we're going back to the pit. As he masterfully lit his cigarette, placed into his mouth, Shiro spoke a tone that sounded both disinterested and intrigued.
しかしこいつどんな夢見てんのかね。すげえ汗だわ。
Oh. Okay.
ではこれより刹那
Oh, right.
の教会での開口
Right. Mercurius said he will show him the stuff. Okay. So this episode is actually not about Shiro, but about actually Mercurius. It's been a while since I read last time. I forgot it's been a thing. Yeah.
問い1君にとって最古の記憶とは何だろ
So basically when you let her out into the world, huh? From what I know, Ren Ira's memory should be around when he killed Kasumi's father, right? Around that time, I think. At least that's the earliest memory I remember from what he's saying.
う思い出を時系列通りに並べる作業はどうしてなかなかたやすくない幼年期、少年期、青年期、壮年期老年期に至ればあとは死期
Okay.
そうしたくくりで雑把に分けることはできるだろうだが一つの期間を細分化しようと試みれば途端にあやふやとなっていく弱いを重ねれば重ねるほどそれが困難になっていくならば問いに君の年齢はいくつだろう
Yeah, that's a very good question. Like, from what we know that since like Ren is like his Aknerbere and stuff, like Ren can be like 100 years old, like hundreds years old, and he just is like, I don't know what he's like 19, 17, 18 something, because that many years ago basically Mercurius just let him out of the flask or whatever where he was like keeping him.
バカな質問だと笑うかなしかしよく考えてみるがいい己が誕生した瞬間の曜日年月その日を正確に記憶している者が果たしてこの世にいるだろうか結局皆親を名乗る何者かに教えられただけではないのかねお前はいつ何時生まれたとそう言われたからそう信じているだけではないのかね
Okay, Mercurius, this is actually a very good point. Even like in like word question in general in life, I never thought about this. Like kid never knows really how old he is until like he get this from like his parents, and then like we have like documents, but all of this is forged based on like, you know, what people told you basically, right? We know like you cannot like fake it, like come on, like everyone in hospital know and stuff, but yeah, you can fake age. You can really fake age, and it's been the case in one of the other visual novels I played. Yeah, that's a good point.
ゆえに問い3君の親とは誰だろ
He always says he have parents, he never said who, right? Because the guy he killed was Kasumi's father.
う名前だけ聞いている
Yeah.
声も知らないどこかの誰か その程度の認識しか君にはなく、特にこれといった考えもない相手だろ
I wonder if I will be very annoyed in Railroad, because Ren gets like actually like all the answers he will get, right? In this road. So if he will be back to like not knowing anything in Railroad, I wonder how annoyed I will be.
う。ではこうとも言えることになる。そんな者らはいないも同じ。君には親というものがない。
Yep. Because since you are created basically with like battle of souls, you emerged victorious, and then he used like magic and like I don't know, captured your soul, keep you safe for like hundreds years or something, and then like let you out. Actually, probably not hundreds years, because the battle that Machina and everyone else had, that was like around World War II, right? Did we have like age when the battle in the arena and stuff happened? From the previous road, when Machina was talking about it? I don't remember.
だから4つ目の問いを投げよう。
Yeah, what are you?
君は何だ。最古の記憶を選べず暴漠。己が年齢を証明できず、親の存在すら模糊として曖昧。そんな君は一体何だ。藤井蓮などという記号にすがられては困る。世には例えば私のようにそれを売るほど持っている者もいるのだからね。
And Fuji, a code name. The one has us being such as I. Okay.
カールクラフトという私は黒煙卓を作ったが、
Okay.
要するにそれ用のパルスを指すもの
Yeah, pretty much.
ない。
Like, this guy is like from ancient Egypt. Like, at least. He had many names. Also, he said, oh yeah, before he was known Karl Kraft, now he's known as Mercurius, right?
君がすがるそんなものは、この国この時代に生きる少年としてのパルス。たかだか十数年、春と冬では装いも変わろう。日常と非日常では人生も変わろう。人生が変われば以前の己など別人に過ぎない。わかるだろうか、君の真実。サラトゥストラ・ユーバーメンシュ。
Oh. Obermensch, huh? Huh. I mean, like, concept behind them was like crossbreeding people, right? And like getting like the best result. But still apply to like human being. Unless Mercurius is just like, yeah, I just like artificially created the Ubermensch because normal ways did not work really well. I guess he may think like that. Unless he's like actually like descendant of Mercurius, like, because there was like this like, was there like the like in the Machina fight we had the backstory and we had like mentioned like other Zarathustra, right? So is it possible that like this other Zarathustra was like actual son of Mercurius and then Ren is son of like this guy? It's like with Sonnenkind, like he's the descendant of Mercurius basically, or he actually just like artificially created him with his magic and just call him just like, yeah, I just created Ubermensch. Yep, I'm great. I'm pretty much the god.
君は私の
And he wakes up. Okay. I wonder if he said son, or he said weapon, or he said Agnerber. I wonder which one. Probably son, because we called Ren, like he called him son in a sense. I thought like this is more like, not like actual son, but more like, you know, just metaphor. But now I'm starting to doubt. Huh. Who's his mother then? That's my question. Okay, let's go with the theory right now that the creation of Ren is not like artificial creation. It's like actually creation, like, you know, like normal ways. And that's what Mercurius means. He just inbounded him with power, because that's what he did with everyone else, and created the Ubermensch basically, right? As well, by granting them powers. So who's his mother then? Wait. But what does that mean? Wait, no. Oh, right. Every Zarathustra could be... Oh, right. I thought... Huh. I thought about Zarathustra as like line, basically. Like the previous Zarathustra had son, and the son is probably Ren or something. But if you think about this, we don't need the line. We can just have one father that have like bunch of Zarathustra offsprings in this situation, because Mercurius is pretty much immortal. He can just have a kid every 100 years or so. Who's his mother then? I want to know.
Oh.
Unless my theory is wrong. And he's like actually like created artificially, but we never saw anyone being artificially created before, really, outside of Mari, I think. So it is possible. Mercurius made Mari into the weapon, right? Probably. So he could make... But that would mean that Ren had to be the... Okay, sorry, I'm talking a lot. I'm just like having like the story in my head. If Ren is Agner Bearer right now, just like Mari, that means that he had to be a human at some point, because Mari being a human at some point, she died? Question mark? Probably? Then got revived by Mercurius and created into the weapon? Like her soul was like put into the weapon, into the guillotine, and he created the Agner Bear basically. That is Mari. So is it same situation with Ren? Like he's been like alive and then he died. Mercurius just like revived him because he saw his potential and made him into his Agner Bear, but he didn't put him in like into weapon. But he kind of like give him maybe like his soul a new vessel per se. Like his body is a vessel, something like Trifa, you know, like his original body was something else, looked differently, and current Ren is just like Agner Bearer, just like artificially created like weapon, let's say, that Mercurius put soul into. And this way he can wield Mari because he have like like human body, and he's not like you know, a weapon. I don't know. I'm not sure what to think about all of this, but I have like kind of like storm right now. Not entirely sure how to put everything together. I think someone called out to me. I hastily woke up, or so I thought, but I was wrong. Yep, back to this place that was created by Mercurius, and he said some weird things about this, like, when this survives, then I survive. Like, we need to like deal with this somehow. Doesn't that mean that like killing Mari would kill Mercurius then? Because this, actually, yeah, like if you think about this, if this is created by Mercurius and Mari is here, and he created this for Mari, then killing Mari would pretty much destroy this place, right? Because there's like no one to inhabit it, and that would collapse, I think. So if we kill Mari, then we kill Mercurius? Is that possible? Like we break his heart basically? I don't know. Because he loved her, so... What surrounded me wasn't even reality. It was the twilight shoreline I had seen my dreams countless times before. I was standing within Mari's world. I got up and looked around. I didn't see anyone else. All I heard was the roar of the sea. What happened to Mari? Where did
そ
she?
もそも人の死とは何なのだろ
Wow, let's continue.
う。老いや病による肉体機能の低下、外傷を受け損壊した体が鼓動を止めて停止する。
Okay, he's talking about what it means to die, so... Does it like give points to my fury? About Ren dying at some point and being like revived as the soul by Mercurius and put into the another vessel? Because he's suggesting like death of the body is not like death, basically. I guess that's what he means.
死とはそれかどう思うね
Also, we can die mentally by forgetting stuff. The sudden voice reverberated through the surroundings, made me grimace, and grab my head. I looked around once more, but still didn't see a single person nearby. Was I just hearing things? Was it an auditory hallucination? What the hell?
違うと私は考える。なぜなら知る限り人の子は不死なのだから。
For as far as I'm aware, the children of the man are deathless. So the souls, you mean souls, right?
アダムとイブのそれではないよ。知恵の実を食した現在により、神の子である質が劣化したというあの説も嫌いではないがね。蛇の誘惑が事の発端であるあたりなど、なかなか好みだと言ったが違うのだ。すべては円環。終わりは始まるに帰るということ。
So yeah, like endless reincarnation, basically. So you die and your soul just goes to like another one. Oh, maybe when they meant like previous Zarathustra, they meant Ren as well? Like Ren, like soul is like immortal? Like, is Ren like Mercurius? Like Ren can like never die? He's like getting like reborn or reincarnated into another body. That's why he doesn't remember his like parents and stuff. He just like popped into the existence with like some backstory. So he's like kind of like Mercurius, but like inferior version of him because he don't remember anything. I guess like Mercurius is not dying, but yeah. But then we have this like arena duel like with Machina and everything. I don't know, like this like okay, let Mercurius explain, because Machina explanation about the ring was confusing. I kinda get what they meant by that. Like they were like fighting to find the best, like the strongest soul, and they were like still like put together after like they died, right? And stuff. I don't know. Okay, never mind. It's complicated. Machina is complicated. But yeah, he's like mirror image of Ren, basically. He wants a different thing. Like Ren wants a stalemate and Machina wants to move forward.
心臓が止まったその瞬間、刹那の誤差もない全く同時にそれは再生を開始するのだ。あらゆる個人は唯一無二の己として唯一無二の己を繰り返す。朝は4本、昼は2本、夜は3本足。
Famous Sphinx question.
ならば次の夜明けには昨晩3本足だった老人が4本足の赤子に戻る。そういうことだよ。人は同じ生を繰り返すのだ。まさしく不死と言って構わない。わかるかな？そう思うだろう。
The source of the voice paid no heed to my reactions and continued speaking as it willed. Even though some of the lines were questions, he clearly didn't expect me to answer. If this one wasn't just my imagination, this guy either had it in his nature or was simply messing around. As I tried to guess which of those it was, he continued his babbling.
そこで興味深い疑問が生まれる。 人の子は不死、刹那の誤差もなく朝と夜とを繰り返すなら、
Aha,
死という概
pretty
念は
much.
なくなる。つまり霊体、成仏なり昇天なり地の極なり何でもいい。そこへ旅立ちないし落ち、あるいは魂は肉体とともに回帰し続けているのだからね。それのみが別に行動する可能性だが、無論古代から数えきれぬほど記録されてきた心霊の現象を頭から否定しているわけではないよ。私もそういう学問をただ正確に捉えていないというだけだ。一般に霊と言われるものは残留した思念、心が残る、残したい。その願いがルールとなって己が渇望を映し出す映写機を創造した結果なのだよ。
There must be a meme about Mercurius talking too much. What the fuck? Mercurius, stop. Oh god. Okay.
ゆえに
Craving.
認識されている霊とやらは単一のことしかできない虚像、自我など持たぬ渇望の影、魂の残像と言って構わない。わかるかね。本来の意味にのっとる霊体など存在し得ないということが。すると矛盾した例外が思い浮かんでくるだろう。彼女はなぜ
Yeah. Yeah. Muddy case. Suddenly there was a shift in the surroundings. The evening sky stayed the same, but instead of a barren shoreline, I now stood on the scene of the execution and saw a certain girl dragged up to the woods of justice. Okay, so we're getting the scene when she got executed back in the day, I guess.
マリ
I was likely witnessing her final moments, born under the guillotine and fated to die under its blade. Yes, die. This was certainly the day her life ended.
ならば理に従って再び罪深き母の子宮に回帰せねばならない。
Okay. Before I knew it, I was part of the crowd observing my execution, while the weight of the field of vision of my body was no different than before. My clothes looked somewhat medieval. I began to question my identity and my looks, but felt like I was someone else, which gave me indescribable sensation of nausea. Okay.
アレッサンドロ・ディカリオストロ。私はこの日、彼女を見ていた。
Oh, Ren is like in the body of Mercurius now and looking this. Because they do look similar, so that's why he feels like he looks similar. Okay. Some whim or purpose drew him to this scene. It wasn't the foreknowledge that compelled him to take the trip, but the premonition of something able to make his whole body shiver. Mary whispered while standing on the scaffold, looking up at distant firmament. They were likely the first and final words she spoke as a human being. Marguerite Breuilly, the jewel of Saint Malo, a flower made to wither under the weight of the guillotine, but a girl fated to look back into the infant born under the very same woods of justice, except
私はずっとここにいるのね。
so basically instead of her soul going back to be reincarnated, she got trapped in the guillotine that ended her life. She broke free of that framework.
初めて見たよ、そんなものを。
And that gave you idea that it's possible to put human soul into something else? Like created artificial human, basically? Mary surpassed the law of the eternal resurgence and stayed behind as the spirit, an impossible phenomenon. Her state of being was downright irregular.
私が流れ出させた渇望を超える。完全な敗北だよ。膝を折るしかあるまい。なぜそんなことがなどとは考えもしなかったし、どうでもよかった。父母の特進的な行い、笑い話にもならんよ。神などいないと知っているのだからね。 道をあれと意志を流れ出させた身としては、九段の父母が行っ
Then why?
言っただろう、どうでもよいよ。彼女は私より強かった。
Yeah, seems like this. That's why even like for some reason even like Trifa is dodging her attacks basically because apparently she can hurt him now, so yeah, she's strong as hell. But only in this road when she got like this hole in her heart basically and got filled with love and everything. So yeah, like love is magic and stuff. Power of love.
理解の及ばぬものを納得できる理屈にはめて、その生成を貶めつつ安堵する。くだらん。それこそが冒涜だろう。ゆえにわかるかな、私の大体。本来ならば新たな光が生まれた時点で旧秩序は一掃されてしかる。
Yeah, he wants to die. Mercurius wants to die.
それを苦しいほど望んでいた。
So I wonder if Mercurius like not only wants to die, because if you think about this, he calls him his substitute, right? The new light, the olden law should be purged. It feels like he wants Ren not only to kill him, but like replace him in the position of God or something, you know? Because Mercurius talks about himself like he's a god, right? Like he can do pretty much anything. It seems like he created this world. He created like this like powers for the LDO. He like I don't know, like a lot of stuff. Like, and he's immortal. So if Ren's substitute does that mean that if he together with Mari managed to kill him, will like Mercurius' powers get transferred to Ren and he will become new Mercurius that have like eternal foreknowledge, and he will like after like 100 years also desire to die and find some like substitute, so he don't have to like walk and like be bored as hell at some point. I mean, Ren wants the stalemate, so maybe he would like that, but after some time it will be annoying. Huh.
しかし、惜しむらく、彼女の想像はうちに向く。どうしたいではなく、どうありたいという渇望なのだ。レオンハルトと言ったかな。
Okay, that's new. Her creation figment. So Mari have a creation figment already. So Mari can use further degree. It's directed at herself. What she wishes to do, but how she wishes to be. Oh, she's a transcendent type, right? So she's like Trifa, I guess, right? Like her body is created by creation figment, right? Anyway, she created the body.
波動に対する愚動、創造の異界はその2種に分かれ、流出の異界はそれが流れ出し世界法則を書き換える。だが愚動の質は己一人が完全永遠となるだけで、
Oh my god, wait, more.
一切に
What?
影響を及ぼさん。
Emanation stage? I never heard of emanation stage. Craving pours out, rewriting the law of the cosmos. What the fuck? Is emanation stage Beriah? Like third degree basically? I mean, it rewrites the laws of the cosmos if you think about this, right? It's like bend the reality. So emanation stage is the third degree? Now the transcendent type only becomes perfectly eternal on the user. Yeah, pretty much. While the outside world remains splendidly unaffected. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense.
波動がいるのだ。この基地感を残らず洗い流すために。 そうした意味で彼女は私の望む存在ではなかったと言える。
Yeah, we know that even Reinhardt said he wants the hegemony clash, right? Yeah, because hegemony affect everyone around, so you need so Mercurius needs someone who can bend the reality more than he can, so it can like restrict his foreknowledge basically, and make him to not know what will happen. And Transcendent type cannot do this, and seems like both Mari and Ren are Transcendent types. So not the ideal for him. And yeah, one might say that you don't want that.
一体これまでどれだけ待ち望んでいたかわかるまい。今後再びこれほどの魂と出会える保証などないのだよ。
Yeah, because she's stronger than you apparently, as you said. So you have basically like insanely powerful person that can potentially like actually end you. But also, she's not perfect because she's Transcendent type instead of the Hegemony, so it's kinda meaningless. Because she cannot get rid of the foreknowledge in her state. So we need some kind of like situation when Mari can change from Transcendent type into the Hegemony type. I said like in the beginning of this road, this theory that what if like it's possible for like joining like two Transcendent types, maybe they can like interact with each other and then they can like create a hegemony or something? Like some kind of like transformation of craving. Like we know that transformation of craving can happen because Ren is clearly Transcendent type, and in the previous road he became pretty much hegemony at the end. He had a different relic, sure, but does it really affect that much of the craving? I don't think so. I think it goes from him, so even if you have like tendency to be Transcendent type, you can still have the power to create something outside, I think. Depending of like your fortitude and like willpower, probably. So Mari probably wants to... So we need Mari to basically have the will to change the world around her instead of changing herself. Because if her craving works on herself, then yeah, she wants to change herself. She created this body, like, and stuff. And if she wishes to change everyone around, then that would make her hegemony? Okay. Sorry.
そして無論言うまでもなく彼女が私以上であるという敬意の気持ちが何より強い。率直な人情としてお近づきになりたいと思うのは道理だろう。だからあなたに恋をした。
Okay.
恥をかいたよ。笑いたまえ。愚者を絵に描いたような告白だ。あなたにひざまずかせていただきたい。花よ。だがそれでよし。後悔はない。これが偽らざる私の本音だったのだから何をか言わんや。いずれ必ず、私が必ずあなたを解き放ってみせると誓う。あなたは新世界を包む女神の器だと認めるゆえに迷いはない。
I want to release her. Okay. So he wants Mari to be released into the cycle of rebirth again? So does he have like two goals? He wants to basically die and take Ren his place, and at the same time make Mari die and just move forward, so she's not stuck in this place. So he needs her to change into hegemony so she's not stuck into her form and she can just move forward, I guess, right? Because she's like going to stop like craving to be here, basically. And she may start craving like, I want to be somewhere else or something, you know? Huh. I guess like Mercurius understands how it feels to be like eternally like suspended in like one age and like never dying, so... Ah.
理解したかね、ザラトゥストラ。黒煙卓も、そして君も、私が彼女に捧げる貢ぎ物だ。これより130年経った後、ドクロの帝国で究極の波動を見出した時に全ての絵図は完成した。
Ultimate hegemony in the Totenkopf Empire, okay.
君こそ私の役割だ。
Uh-huh.
彼女に私の愛を伝えてくれ。
You must assert my love for her, okay? I'm confused. What love have like to do with this? I guess like it just mean like he really wants her to like move on and stuff, but I'm confused with the love part. I don't know why.
震えよ。これ以上の栄誉はあるまい。
俺は
As I struggle to follow his speech, I become dumbfounded. Me? Saknar Bar? Yeah, pretty much. We know this from the previous road.
バカな
I couldn't accept that. I was a complete person with a will of my own. Yeah, look at Mari. You can say that's pretty much the same for her.
震える想念を込められて意志を持つに至った器が聖なる遺物。そこに何の違いがある。
So, wait, he found the ultimate hegemony. What is the ultimate hegemony he found? Does he mean that Ren is actually hegemony? Like he found... Like, I don't know, like previous Zarathustra? Because, like, the cycle of rebirth is a thing, apparently. So maybe he found, like, old Ren or something that had like a hegemony powers. He died and then he like took his soul, put him into the Ren body, and then that means that Ren is actually hegemony, not transcendence type. But time stopping works only for himself. We know he can change it into hegemony, but maybe it's other way around. Maybe his hegemony that is like suppressed. Basically, he's suppressing his hegemony to like very like limited area around him, so it feels like it's just for himself. But he truly can expand this if he is like fully aware of his powers. And he can like actually like slow down time like in area.
人とは肉体、精神、魂の三位一体。比して聖なる意
Yeah, vessels.
器の意志が他者の魂を略奪する三位一体。
Yeah, so Ren body is a vessel. Okay.
つまり、疑似的な人なのだよ。魔人機。私が錬成した新種の生命体と言ってよい。わかるかなこの意味が。他者の魂を奪い取り、数百数千とうちに混沌させる行いは、彼らの回帰を妨害している所業に他ならん。
Warp others to their souls and force them into winning chaos within an act that hinders their recurrence.
黒煙卓の総柄しかり、それを滑る獣しかり、その総軍は魂の円環運動を止めている。無限に死者を飲み込み続け、膨れ上がる屍によりできた世界が我が盟友の増する城。本来存在しないはずの地獄という概念の具現化だ。
Let's do cut for a second. Actually, for a few minutes. So let me just read it really fast. What just happened? What Mercurius was talking about. Oh yeah, about the chaos. The ranks of Obsidian Temple were learning over them. Lost armies within each of them all had their circular migration halted. Oh, so if they die, they actually die. The castle raised from the real mate, from the corpses it consumes with no end to its veracity. Is the materialization of hell a concept unable to exist? Okay.
曰くシュラート死しても無限によみがえるエインフェリアが英語を殺し合い続けるバルハラこそが彼の世界
Yeah.
それは例えるなら決戦だ怪奇の流れをせき止め続けその限り巨大化していくベルトールならば一体どうなると思うね弾け飛ぶそう弾け飛ぶのだよ血管がその時現行宇宙は死に至り旧秩序は一掃される
Okay. So even you cannot stop this, I assume. So you are not all that almighty, Mercurius.
つまり波動だ歓喜は
Okay.
壊し溢れ出し流れいずり征服して書き換えるその時こそが怒りの
Okay. Okay, I see, I see. So this is the ray of wrath. So basically, hegemony is being overpowered.
ぶつかれ彼と彼女をもって流出に至れ私の基地感を洗い流し新たに芽吹く世界が見たい
Wash away my foreknowledge. Okay. The stage of emanation. So make her hegemony? Is that what he mean? Right? Because there was like a emanation stage.
子は善善は子凡夫の盛しい辺境さなど彼女の光で吹き飛ばすがいい己こそが世界であると強くそう信じるのだよでなくば到底黄金には太刀打ちできない
Vehemently, what is this word? Least you wish to be no match for gold. So you need to have a craving to be a cosmos, to be hegemony, basically. Or you cannot defeat Reinhardt, basically. That's why Reinhardt wants the match of hegemonies, because Transcendent type cannot like put a scratch on him. It must be a hegemony. That's why he meant that.
君は私の写しみなのだ他の誰より生異物を操ることに長けている
Okay.
故に理解しているだろう
Falling silent and dreading himself for the next words. The voice. No, Cagliostro. Cagliostro, or rather the voice commander of the Obsidian Round Table, Karl Kraft. Ended his talk in a prizing and jester-like manner. He seems like someone blessing another with a proverb.
アドケウスは切れぬ立てぬ引き裂けぬ今再び前にも増して強く深く絡み合え
What's the Caduceus? Is that like some kind of like muscle body part or something? I might not know just this word in English. I don't know. Not be cut, severed or torn apart. Or this is some kind of concept. I don't know. You can like maybe try to explain to me like what it is. Entangle one serve. Greater power, okay.
完成へと近づくため生まれ変わるのだよ私の大体私の息子よ
Yeah, that's what I said, like he would call him son. And now I still wonder like if he actually mean this, like he's like actually like Mercurius' son and he's actually like just calling him that because he created him by putting his soul into the vessel, you know, because he could be his son from like previous life when he died, and then he take his son's soul and put this inside Ren, right? Or something. Just then, the voice, the presence, and the malice, everything allowing me to feel him, retreated like the ocean wave, leaving behind only the boundless twilight. I was Jechner Bird, he fathered, and he was my parent, creator. Okay, yeah, so they just mean the not actual son, or like, yeah, but actually like just created. That's why, okay. His words destroyed all of the identity I had cultivated over the years, and left me slightly standing in the sand. Within the echoed sea roars, I feel like I could feel the familiar refrain. Also, I wonder how Ren will react to this news, because that can change his perception on his friends and his, like, everything basically, right? He can, like, start thinking of himself, I'm nothing more than the corpse, you know? I'm nothing more than just a tool, like, why you would like to be friends with me and stuff, you know? Like, why would I care? Like, why would you care about me and stuff like this? I feel like this might be the issue, unless Eren actually don't give a fuck. Or he will just accept it and just move on. Mari, what should I do with you? If you spoke the truth, everything, my feelings, my choices, and the road I thought I had walked on my own wheel, was without meaning. I mean, you still made your own choices and you had your own feelings, right? Because your soul is your own. It's just like Mercurius gave you, like, the early stages of your life, basically some vague memories, so you will feel like human, but overall you're still like doing by your own, right? He kind of manipulating everyone, so to some degree, so don't feel bad about this. I was just a puppet created to bring forth the emanation of the hegemony or whatever. My anger, sadness, suffering, and hostility towards the bastards born out of the simple wish to not let anyone die. Not to mention what I felt about you. All of these were truly feelings, without an inch of falsehood in them, but I no longer knew their source. Even so, I could not just give up, but even that was probably within the palm of his hand. What is there for me to believe in? What should I turn to? And what should be my core? Interesting. Please tell me, Mari, what should I do with you? Babies!